Unburdened. Waiting for the thing to tell me that it's live so then I can... There it was. That just happened.
Yep.
Okay, there's the old magic. I'm going to share this liberally like salt and pepper at a potluck. It's not a joke either. Like, one person at a company potluck, somebody should be able to sign up to bring salt and pepper.
Because nobody brings it?
Because nobody uses it.
Oh.
Like, I should be able to say, like, you're bringing forks and knives, you're bringing sodas, cool. I'm bringing Lowry's. And I bet you I'd be the MVP of the potluck.
I'd still eat lunch on potluck day. I just tell them I forgot and I go get something. Or I bring my own. I don't trust other people. I don't want to run into a Karen.
Right? I don't, they had a potluck last week. So, Gerald, are you going to the pot? No, I'm not going. What, you don't like to eat? I don't like to eat random people's food I don't know. Plus, I don't like any of y'all. No. If y'all are all going to be in one place at the same time, that tells me exactly where I don't want to be.
See, I don't say that. I just like, oh, really? Oh, man, I forgot. Oh, man. So I'm going to go run to Popeyes real quick and get me some Cajun fries and a lemonade. And we'll enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just tell them straight up, I don't want to be around you. I don't like most of you. So, no, I don't want to be a part of your thing.
Yeah, I can't do that. Because it's like the whole warehouse area that is a auxiliary to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I don't go, then everybody in there will be talking about me. Because that's how their little group gets down. And I'd rather spend a good hour eating my own food, because I'll bring my food and then eat my own food and then leave and be a good person, rather than not be in there and they get a whole hour without me to talk about me. And I know that in my head it's not that way. Like, they're not actually talking about me. If I'm not there, they likely don't care. But yet I just know the folks in my office, and I know that given the opportunity, they be like, yeah, he doesn't like people. I got people in my office who still look at folks who have mental health issues as they're using that as an excuse to just be standoffish. So that's my world.
Yeah, I don't care about those people at all.
Like, I literally more like you.
That whole thing, like, oh, they'll talk about me. Okay, that's cool. They talking about me way over there. Like, I do not care. One, out of the 150 plus people in my company who are here in this particular city, 2 of us are like this.
Wow,
so
that's a very small percentage there, sir.
Yeah. And only one of the 2 of us is a leader of a team. So they already, like, can't stand the fact that people have to actually do things that I tell them to do. So that's one thing.
That's messed up, man. I'm just like, I don't... That's just messed up. There's one black guy telling people what to do out of 150, and they can't stand that.
Cannot stand it. That's how my year got to be what it was in 2018. Because somebody who never had to report to anybody suddenly had to report to somebody, and that somebody happened to be me. And that's how my year turned into 2018. So, yeah, no, I don't waste any time worrying. I don't like you. I don't want to be around you. We will do our job. Y'all do y'all thing. You're doing a potluck look over there? Sweet. I'm going over here to do my thing. This is what it is.
I figure I'm going to run into that problem here in early 2019. I'm going to try to nip it in the bud because we're getting a whole new team.
Bruh.
And I get to pick them.
I mean, that'd be nice if you get to pick them. I didn't get to pick mine. But
no, I got to get rid of the team I have. And I got a week and a half to do it.
Wow.
Well. Oh, well.
Welcome to Unburdened. I'm Derek. That's Corbin. That's Gerald. This is a show based primarily on black men talking about mental health issues, and also toxic masculinity and misogyny in our communities, fomented solely primarily by us, and what steps we need to take or are taking in order to alleviate them, get past them, eliminate them, and make our community a stronger place for everybody. You can email us at blackandunburdened@gmail.com. You can join the Facebook page, Unburdened Pod on Twitter. So let's talk about that real quick. Corbin, what exactly is your Christmas looking like? Like, what's you got a new job and now, or you got a new promotion, and immediately you are given the task of doing something that most managers, I would think, probably hate. I don't know, because I've never been a manager, but it sounds horrible.
I've always been a manager, and it seems like it's always been my job to do this. So basically, about what would we say? A little less than a month, 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks ago, I got this promotion. They gave me the money, and then they gave me the mission. The mission changed. I was starting out retraining the people that we had, because they had very poor training. And in my previous job at the company, it wasn't my job to train them. I was rarely in the office. So I was supposed to get them up to speed. We're making an acquisition, and we're kind of buying some, I guess the franchise a little bit further south. The franchise we're buying is actually closer to my house. And so now the plan is we're going to get rid of these people, and we're just going to start fresh. So basically, that's what I'm looking at doing. I have let's put it this way. I know how to do this since I've done it several other companies all the time. I hate doing it, but, it is what it is. So step one, you come in, you lay down the law. This is how things are going to go going forward. I'm going to give you some leeway on, learning these things. I know these things you have not done in the past. Here's how we're going to do da 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 da. If you don't do these things, that's when you start your chain of disciplinary action. And generally, the people get rid of themselves like that, because I've had people coming and going when they please, pretty much just doing what they want, not following the normal way of doing things, which I have spent the last 3 weeks going over how we do things, how we're supposed to do things, and kind of coaching throughout. So here, after the first, there's when the disciplinary stuff starts. So I got a couple people that are, they're I wouldn't say druggies, but they smell like drugs every time they show up. So I can probably get rid of them pretty easy on a random test, or we could just test everybody. That's normally my first mode. I'll take a test, everybody takes a test. And then, because we're supposed to randomly do it every 30 days. However, we haven't randomly tested in a year. So I was the last person who did the last random test, and that was December 2017, before I took that other position, and now I'm back. So I'm kind of here to lay down the law. So that's what I have to do. Christmas is good. The kids are okay. It's the parents and the wife that I gotta worry about.
Why the parents?
Because they don't want anything, and they have everything, and I don't have a clue what to get them. I mean, my parents don't care if I ever get them anything, because they have everything. But my brothers have already got them things, and I can't be the one that's left out.
Let's talk about that real quick. The first of all, pushing aside the idea of measuring up, we can get to that in a second. But the stress of Christmas and what it now entails, I think, is a huge problem. And it's a problem that we put upon ourselves. Personally, I am at a point where I'm not even feeling Christmas anymore. Christmas is the day after tomorrow. I'm not feeling anything at all in my spirit, in my soul, in my heart, nothing. I just feel empty about it. And it's actually the most peaceful I've been about Christmas in a really long time, because usually around Christmas time, I am literally stressing out about, did I get this person this gift? They haven't told me what they want. How am I going to pull this off? What if this person doesn't like this? What if my brother has a better gift than I when he gives it to my parents? Will they like him more? I feel like Christmas is, and it's documented, that it is one of the most stressful times of the year for people with mental health issues. I think in general it's one of the most stressful times of the year, and it shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be, but we keep putting it on ourselves to, first of all, to provide these outrageous things for people who don't even want them. Like, they'll tell us straight out, I don't want anything, and we'll be like, yeah, right, whatever. And then we stress ourselves out more trying to figure out how to make sure that what we get them breaks the mold. But then next year, guess what? Last year we broke the mold, so guess what? Now you got to break that mold again. And it's not healthy. Like, the whole idea, and Gerald, knowing you, I know that you think this, the whole idea of going into debt for a one-day show of love is stupid. What's your thoughts, Gerald? You know what? Just looking at you, I realize it probably ain't.
I'm waiting on it. Come on, bless us.
That ain't your thoughts, is it, Gerald? Gerald's like, I go all in for Christmas. I might look like a Grinch, but I'm happy as hell around Christmas.
No, I don't do holidays. I don't do birthdays either. I don't do any of them because I know that people get stressed about them. I don't, because I don't care. Like, I really don't. So let me tell you about my Christmases when I was a kid. We had, like most people who didn't live in a place where there was pine trees that you go cut down to all this crap, we had a fake Christmas tree, right? Mm-hmm. So my entire childhood, I remember coming up on Christmas and just being like, oh, okay, so we got to take the Christmas tree down from the attic, and then we got to take it out of the box, and then we got to put all this stuff up, and we decorate it, and we do all of this kind of stuff, right? I remember doing that every year, and I did it because that's what my parents did. And my parents did it because we want to make it special for the kid, right? So we're all doing it for somebody else. And I don't remember what year it was. One year I was like, do we have to put the tree up? And they're like, you don't want to put the tree up? I'm like, I mean, no. So we just started putting the gifts on the treadmill in the living room. And all the way through junior high school, through high school, our Christmas tree was a treadmill. Like, we didn't put decorations on the treadmill or anything. It's just literally like, where do the gifts go? They go on the treadmill. That was it. Like, that's all. That was the world. So I don't care. But our program here in this house, because obviously I'm not in control of anything, our program in this house, the kids do a Christmas list, and it's 4 things, I think. It's like something that they need, something that they want, something to read, and some other thing, right? And so basically they get to list 4 things. And then that Christmas list gets farmed out to all the grandparents and people. And then we get some things on it, they get some things on it. But ultimately, the kids get like 4 gifts because they don't need any more than that. So everybody's got something to open, and then they can go to their own different little corners and do whatever. But to me, it's another day. I don't ever ask for anything. I don't want anything. My wife has finally figured out, she made me a list, a master list that she, knowing the way that she works, she put a little legend up there. These are Christmas things. These are birthday things. These are anytime things. And then she made a master list of all the things that she wants in her life, and then put the little legend things next to it, like, I would want this for Christmas, or I would want this for Christmas or birthday, or something like that. And so I literally just went and pulled open the list, and I went down and I said, okay, I can get this, this, and this, and I bought those things, and I'm going to wrap them up, and those are her gifts, and she'll be happy. But I don't ever stress about it because I don't want anything to do with it. And talking about people and work and everything, it's like, oh, what are you doing for the holidays? Like, I don't celebrate the winter solstice. Like, that's what I tell them. Like, I'm not a pagan. I don't celebrate the winter solstice. And that's my response when people ask me, what am I doing for Christmas? I'm like, it's not Christmas. It's the winter solstice. It's a pagan holiday that you all are celebrating. It has nothing to do with Jesus. And I don't celebrate that. And that usually gets them to leave me the hell alone. So I am.
Killjoy. That's what you are.
I'm that guy. I don't leave
They
me
probably
alone.
huddle up and talk. Are you going to ask Gerald what he's doing this year? Maybe he'll say he's celebrating Jesus. I tell people Jesus lost. I'm sorry. He lost. It's Santa. It's Santa all the way. Jesus lost big time. And then they explained to me that, no, Jesus is the reason for the season. I was like, no, hold on. Let's do some geography. Let's do some history. He wasn't born in the winter. This has been a pagan holiday. I used to do that. I used to educate, but now I just be like, oh, Merry Christmas. I'm hanging out with the in-laws.
Yeah.
And going
I
about
don't
my...
educate them. I just break their spirit and get them to leave me alone. Can't help it.
We have the fake tree, and once I realized I was the one doing all the heavy lifting on said fake tree, the fake tree became a lot less important in our house. The kids, the way that it works is they each get a budget, and whatever you want within that budget, we'll buy it. Once that budget is spent, there goes your Christmas. If you don't spend the entire budget, you get a cash surplus.
That's what we do.
We do all the shopping on Black Friday or before. If we get your stuff on Black Friday, you get better deals. Bravo. If we don't do your stuff on Black Friday, you literally have to wait until we feel like going out shopping, because I'm not going to the mall unless it's absolutely necessary. I hate the mall. The only reason why I go to the mall is for hot dog on a stick lemonade. So it's either Black Friday or bust, really, because if you choose the cash option, we ain't paying you out on Christmas. We might cash you out around tax season. So my kids generally get all their stuff on Black Friday. And then we got a whole month of hearing about Christmas stuff. And nobody in the house cares. And people come to the house and they're like, why don't you have lights up? And I'm like, well, my cousin had, or not my cousin, my daughter's cheerleading coach, her husband, went to put up lights outside of their house and fell off their roof and broke his back. Guess what I'm not doing?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, see, I had to do that for the wife. It's Christmas for her. I put them on the little bushes, but I didn't. I mean, we don't do the roof thing. We just stick them, those lights they tell you that distract the airplanes. We put one or two of those out there, and then just little lights on the bushes. I hobbled out there, got that done. We're finished.
We bought one of those little spotlight things that show lights and everything. That that the strobe lights all over the house and everything. I didn't even plug that in. I don't know. Nothing.
I remember in California, a lot of people did that. Like, you put the light out and you project it back on your house, and it makes the house look all as if you would put Christmas lights up.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we have out there now.
Huh.
I'm just saying, I'm not, and I think that it's the one time that I can say that my lack of energy has actually benefited me. Like, I feel good about this decision. I feel good about not doing a huge Christmas. Like, the biggest thing for me about Christmas is I'm going to make a prime rib for Christmas. And then for New Year's, I'm going to make gumbo. And that's that. And you know what else happened that just showed me that this is God's plan? We were walking through Costco. And in the freezer section, they now have bags of frozen snow crab legs and king crab legs. I don't need to do anything. I don't even need to go stand in Winco to buy anything. I can go straight to Costco and or Sam's Club. I can go straight to Sam's Club and get my crab legs and go home and make gumbo. I don't have to interact with people anymore.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that's a problem that needs to be discussed. And I think that it's going back to, well, you, Gerald, you a different breed of brother. Like, your whole family raised you to be like a superhero. Like, y'all's whole thing is different from anybody I've ever experienced, which is awesome. But for the rest of us, most of us, Christmas time was go to grandma's house. You know, go to grandma's house and sit down and, hey, Rudolph is playing in the background and everybody has their Christmas
No, we
dinner.
had all that stuff too. No, we definitely had all of that. But I mean, that was the other part of it, right? I got grandma's house, I got my other grandma's house, I got my auntie's house, I got my cousin's houses. Everybody just goes to, on one side of the family, we all end up going to my aunt's house now. And the other side of the family, we would all go to my grandma's house. And you make the rounds and do all that kind of stuff. But in our house, it was me, my mom, and my dad. So if I didn't want to have all that stuff, then they're just like, yeah, like, cool, we chill, because it was just me. So, like, Christmas happens, we open all this stuff. When I was a kid, there was only two things that was always the thing. I always got a box of baseball cards because I collected baseball cards. So I got the full set of whatever that year's baseball cards was. I always knew that was going to be there. And I got whatever game it was. And then the other stuff, literally, I could have not opened because I just went searching for the game-shaped thing. And then whatever the game was, I would just go to my Super Nintendo or my Sega or my PlayStation, depending on what year it was. And then they wouldn't see me the rest of the day, no way, or the rest of the Christmas break. So why put all that energy into it when I'm the robot, right? Even as a kid, all my cousins told me that I was a robot. I just function that way. I don't have emotional ties to all this stuff. I don't know that it's a better way to be, but it's just how I am. People have adjusted to it, and I've had to adjust to having a wife who feels everything, and we meet in the middle. But I don't know that it's a better way. It's just, that's literally how my brain works, is why it's just another day. No. However,
and then you feel like you have to overcome that feeling of guilt, like, okay, I should want to do this, or at least I had to overcome that too. Like, I don't want to do this. And there's so many things that are going on in our world that it's that same thing. Like, if you just stood back and realized you don't have to do this, it would change a whole lot of your life, and it would ease a lot of the situations that we find ourselves in, at least for me.
I agree with you on that. I mean, my situation with my parents' kids is they don't care. My parents would rather me just save the money. I mean, we do budgets for everybody, and so, I mean, I'm okay with the budget. I just haven't had a chance to, up until now, to go get what I mean, I'm going to get them a gift card. My dad, his mall is Lowe's, and so that's what I'm going to get him. He's at Lowe's 4 or 5 times a week for nothing. I mean, sometimes just to look around. And then my mama's McAllister's, Starbucks, stuff like that. I mean, you know, she's, and they told me yesterday, you ain't got to get me nothing. And they mean it. They're not like, you don't have to get me nothing. And then when you show up,
it means good luck.
Yeah, you better hurry up. No, they don't care. It's just that on Christmas Day, so we have 3 dogs, and so Christmas Eve, I'm going to go to my in-laws, but I'm coming back that night because they do their gifts on Christmas Eve. And I load up at my in-laws. My in-laws take care of me, bro. I told my wife, if you ever mess up, I'm keeping your parents. They take care of me. So I get that, and then I'm coming back. So Christmas Day, like, my mom's making lasagna. She's not doing the dressing. She's not doing all that. She's just going to throw some lasagna in there. And I know my brothers, I've been in contact with them for the last week and a half, and they're like, oh, I got them this and I got them that. I'm like, crap. So, you know, now I'm going to do something. I just got to get it done today, and that's it. And I do put that pressure on myself. I don't really care about anybody else except my parents and my wife. My kids, they have a budget. They can either, like you said, take the money or get the gifts, whatever. I mean, they know what they're getting. They probably already have it. But
right?
Yeah, they already got it. It's like, I'm not wrapping this up here. Merry Christmas. And I'm going about my business. But no, we don't. I mean, I feel blessed because we don't have that social pressure around here with either side, my wife's family or my family, where it just has to be, you know, overboard every year. I mean, it's going to be real simple. I'm going to eat good, come home and sleep. That's about it.
So the good thing though, that's Christmas, right? But what I did enjoy when I was at home is, like I said, like my dad's side of the family, we all go to my aunt's house, like, and we do Christmas Eve, Christmas morning, Christmas breakfast, something. We do something that normally we go to her house, and I don't know if we all go over there on Christmas Eve or we would all go over there Christmas morning. But anyway, everybody goes to our house and we just hang out, right? And it's not like who's got the best gifts and all this kind of stuff. It literally is just us going, having breakfast, and just doing the things that families do. Spades, dominoes, hanging out, seeing all the cousins and their new significant others and things like that. But my family's never really had that competitive type thing. Like, it was just whenever we get together, we always just kind of clown. And now that everybody's older and people have kids, and then it's the opportunity for the kids together and they just clown. So I do enjoy that part of it, but it's because as much as I can't stand people, I love my people. I love spending time with my people. And so while I won't go to somebody else's potluck, I will go to my family stuff, and I won't even want to leave. I'll just stay till like midnight because I want to be around my people. But these times of year are the only time I get to just do that and know they'll all be in the same place for several hours. It's not about the gifts, and it's not about the shopping, and it's not about going into debt. It's just, I know this is my chance to go spend some time with my family. And that is the only part that really sucks, having moved so far away, because we can't just pick up and be like, all right, well, yeah, we'll be there.
I haven't seen my family in a get-together like that in years.
That's Thanksgiving for us.
It ain't even Thanksgiving. What do we do for Thanksgiving? We drove out. We drove to a friend's house. And my mom and her husband and my brother and my eldest went to a local restaurant and ate there together. And it was fine. Like, I don't know. One part of me is like, the family's falling apart. Oh my God, the social construct of Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that isn't what it used to be. And then I'm like, so? Like, all we're doing is making people money that don't deserve it. Like, I gotta make this for Christmas. How about on Thanksgiving or Christmas, I make chili. I like chili. And I feel like there's not enough chili going around. And I don't like turkey like that. The only thing I like on turkey is the leg.
We fry that down here, bro. You need to come down here. We're going to fry you a turkey.
Why?
I
have fried chicken.
Tastes better. It's bigger. It's you'll do
it.
Fried turkey is decent. It's the only way you can eat turkey.
It is. If that's the way, then
yeah. So we had this conversation. So we had a vegetarian Thanksgiving. We went over to a friend's house. Actually, we got invited over there, and they're vegetarian. So we had the perfect Thanksgiving because nobody cares about the turkey. Everybody wants all the sides. Mm-hmm. We just had a Thanksgiving that was all sides. It was awesome.
All I want is the yams, baby.
Yeah, it was great. But again, it was the time being around good people, not, we got to eat a turkey or we got to do this or it was just, if it's an excuse to be around good people, then fine. Call it a holiday, right? Give me a day off of work and let me go hang out with my friends. So I have a question about traditions, though, right? Because that's one thing that I do feel is important around Christmas is the traditions that we follow and that we keep up. What kind of Christmas traditions do y'all have? Like, is it movies that you have to watch? Is it anything like that?
I gotta drink eggnog. That's about it. And that's not a tradition as much as it's an addiction. I think it's messed up that I have to wait a whole year to get my hands on eggnog again when I would literally buy it like orange juice if they let me. I don't get that. Other than that, I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good.
So I want to create a new tradition around Christmas. And I just realized that I needed this in my life, like yesterday or the day before yesterday, because I don't know how it got into my head, but I was like, I need to watch a Huey Freeman Christmas. And so I pulled up the Boondocks on Hulu, and I watched the Christmas episode, and I was like, this is what has been missing in my life for the last 15 years. It was so good. Like the Boondocks is like a fine wine, man. You just let it marinate for a few years and come back to it. Lord, it's so much better. And it was bomb when it first came out.
It was.
But watch that show came on, and I swear I about fell out of my beanbag chair because I was playing Call of Duty, and the whole show starts with the girl standing up in the pool pit, praise Santa, and the whole church is they talking about a ho ho ho, and some people think ho 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 is the Houston sisters standing next to Nicole Richie. That ain't no ho ho ho. Somebody give me a real ho ho ho. And the whole they singing the gospel ho 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 with Santa. I'm like, oh Lord, this is ridiculous. Like Aaron Magruder is ridiculous. But I felt like I need to have every Christmas, I need to watch a Huey Freeman Christmas and then listen to all of the soul Christmas music. Because if it's not Luther Vandross or Mariah Carey, then it's not real Christmas music. And Donny Hathaway. And I'm good. Like there's certain Christmas time things that I want to happen in my life. None of that stuff for y'all?
When you put it like that,
Time Life's Black Christmas. I mean, I listen to that, but if I have to listen to Christmas music, not a fan of Christmas music, period. But if I got to, I want to hear the Jackson 5. I want to hear Donny Hathaway,
The
James
Temptations.
Brown, Temptations. That's the
hey
only.
Rudolph.
That's the only. What is it? Silent Night. That's the only version I listen to. I turn it off
Right.
as anything else.
Because if it's anything else, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Why are we?
Clarence Carter, Backdoor Santa is my favorite Christmas song. So
Wait, that's not a porn?
no.
Oh.
Yeah, see, come on down south. I got it all right here.
I just always assumed, I guess.
Playlist, don't you? It's the Spotify playlist.
It's on the. I don't have a. Yeah, you should have a Spotify playlist for that. See, I have my Black Christmas music playlist that I listen to probably twice in December, and that's it.
I'm still dealing with the fact that wasn't. It should be like it's just made for that sort of an industry. But okay.
That song's about 40 years old too.
Doesn't mean that it can't be about that life.
Yeah, well, I mean, kind of, but not really. But it's not a porn.
But seriously, my traditions, eggnog, going to mom's house for Christmas Eve. That's the tradition. That's the thing. We all go to my mom's house for Christmas Eve. We bring a potluck spread. There's board games and dice games and spades and loud music, and I get overwhelmed like halfway through and have to leave out because it is just so loud in there. But it's loud because they're loving each other. They're loving the opportunity to be around each other. I just can't do it anymore. Noise pisses me off. I think that's where I'm at now, honestly. I think that excessive noise for no reason pisses me off. When I was a kid and you were sitting in school and the people next to you will be talking, and then the people next to them will start talking louder, and then they start talking louder to talk over the people who are sitting next to them, and now everybody in the class just yelling out of nowhere. That always would just irritate the hell out of me, just that cacophony and noise. And so we went to my aunt's house yesterday, my aunt-in-law, but still auntie, for her birthday party. And about 3/4 of the way through, because an adult party, lots of alcohol was involved. About 3/4 of the way through, they started playing music, and the volume went up, and folks started screaming over the music, and folks started screaming the music, and I had to get up and walk out. I had to tell Nisha, I'm gonna be up the block. I didn't want to seem rude. I didn't want to seem like I wasn't feeling it. But it was an assault. Like, I had to go for my own well-being. And so I went and sat in our car. and just had my hoodie on and read a book, and it was so nice and quiet. It was like being in a sound chamber. It was wonderful. And when Nisha was ready to go, which was like an hour or so later, I was still sitting out there reading the book, living my best life, and it felt great. But I think that that's another reason why I'm not really worried about Christmas, is because the whole screaming thing, like the whole noise thing, like the whole family get together, somebody's going to start screaming, and I just can't do it. It just now, just thinking about it, just gives me chills. It's a horrible feeling. I see nobody else feels that way. It's okay.
No, I understand that. I do sometimes, but it's really not that big of a deal at Christmas. I normally go outside. But I would say when we do get together for Easter or the 4th of July, I mean, I get that way. It takes a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I regularly walk away from crowds of people, or just don't go where they are up front. But again, for me, it's different. If it's my family, I don't get tired of it at all. I'm dead in the middle of it, and I'm probably the one cutting up the most because they're my people. But other people's people, no. I'll walk out in a second and do exactly what you did. I'll go sit in my car. I'll read. I'll just go walk. I'll just get on the phone, or I'll just go play my game on my phone or something like that. But it's just something about my family, because I grew up in the middle of my family, and those are the people I love hanging out with. Like, I will not get tired of that. But everybody else except for my family, I don't want to have anything to do with you more than 5 seconds if I don't have to.
Exactly. Y'all are on a very, 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 very tenuous thread. And I got to go. And I'll tell folks straight out, I got to go. Like, y'all are, and praises be to those who ask me why. The people who really want to know why I gotta leave. Just, you don't want to know why I gotta leave. Just let me go. Because I'll let you know, y'all loud. Y'all are obnoxiously loud. And I'll ruin the whole mood of this if I have to continue to sit in here with kids running past me, screaming at the top of their lungs. Oh my gosh. Oh, kids screaming, adults talking louder over the screaming instead of telling their kids to shut up. It's Christmas. Let them have fun. Adults are talking over each other. The music keeps getting louder and louder. Somebody turns up the TV so the TV, they can hear what's going on in the boxing match that they don't even need to hear anything about. It's just overload. I can't. I have to go. And I don't know what it is. It's not an anxiety sort of thing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just too much. Sensory overload's a real thing.
What bothers me is when, I'm sure you've had this happen, the series of events of, I've had too much, I'm trying to slip away so that nobody sees me leave. Somebody catches me slipping away and says, "Where you going?" And then I say, "I just need to get out of here. Just need to, no, hold up, you ain't having a good time?" Mm-hmm. No, I just want to go. It's like, hold up, who ain't having a good time? He ain't having a good time. Oh, why are you trying to ruin everybody's good time? I literally tried to slip away. And so it's like when people make your trying to get away from them so you don't mess up their time into them saying you messing up the time because you're making a scene, when they're the ones making a scene about trying to force you to be there when you could have just left, that bothers me. Like, that annoys me more than anything. Like, if you just let me go, everybody
would be better for it.
Would be having a great time. But people want to force you to have a good time. And then
as you're leaving out, somebody sees you and says, "There he goes again," or something like that. Like, why you gotta draw attention to me trying to do something that doesn't take away from everybody else, but it's good for me? Like, I'm suffering. I don't want to suffer. I only have two options in this situation. I can either get away from the suffering and make it better for everybody involved, or I can suffer quietly, and it's going to be written all over my face that I'm suffering, and somebody's going to ask me what's going on.
And then I'm going to tell you, and then you're going to tell me I ruined the party.
Exactly.
When I could have just left. Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you.
We didn't need to do any of this. This whole back and forth rigmarole circle thing, this didn't need to happen. And I realize that y'all are having a good time, and I don't want to take away from it, but I've had my fill. I'm done. Like, y'all want to do this until like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning? I'm good at like 10. I brought a book. My wife and I, when we talk about growth and all that kind of stuff, it used to be like I would just sit there and my whole face would just melt because being stuck in that situation, and we'd ride in one car, and so I'd be a hostage, and my whole face was not, I'm not here for this. So what we came to a realization of, what I came to a realization of, I don't know if she even, like, I don't know, honestly, but I bring a backpack, and inside of that backpack is my Nintendo Switch, my iPad, and my phone, and chargers for all three. And so what I did this last time was I started off with my phone. Then I sat down to play some spades. I played dominoes with one of my favorite aunties and my cousin and Nisha. We all played dominoes for like an hour or two. And I'm sitting there talking trash, slamming bones. And as the game goes on, the people in the back are getting louder and more drunk. And my trash talk starts getting quieter and quieter until finally I'm not even looking at them anymore. I'm playing dominoes while I'm holding my iPad in the other hand, reading a book. And that's when I knew it was time for me to go. So after that last game, they were like, yo, y'all want to run it back? And I was like, nah, she could take my seat. And somebody took my seat. And I got up and I sat further away from everybody. And I'm reading my book. A conversation starts. And I'm sitting on one very end of the couch. And a person is sitting next to me. And then Nisha's sitting on another couch, which is opposite of me. So it's like an L-shaped situation. One couch is on the long side of the L. One couch is on the pointing outside of the L. And I'm sitting in the middle of this conversation. And they're talking to me. And, or they're talking around me. But they're talking through me while I'm trying to read a book. So that feeling came back. So I was like, I gotta go. So while they were talking, I just got up and walked out. Walked to the car, sat down, read a book. Realized halfway through the book, I gotta use the bathroom. Walked back into the house. Went to the bathroom. Gave my wife a kiss. Said, I'll be out in the car. I didn't say it in the way she knew. It wasn't in a way that made it sound like I'm tired of being here. I'll be out in the car. I'm like, I got my iPad. I'm good. Enjoy yourself. I'll be out in the car. And she stayed for another hour or so. Maybe an hour and a half, and I sat out in the car and had a good old time reading a book with my sweatshirt on, hoping that the cops didn't drive past and think I looked suspicious. That was my Christmas party. That's my idea of a Christmas party now is instead of going until 5:45 in the morning, good Lord, help everybody. But instead of 5:45 in the morning, I want a Christmas party that goes from like 6 o'clock till 11. And then get out.
So that's why my family does it in the morning.
That'll work too. Everybody brings something for breakfast. Mm-hmm. Do a nice little breakfast spread. I like people in the morning. I mean, I don't know. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, by noon, everybody, maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody's going back to their own houses, and you got the rest of your Christmas to just chill and do whatever, but you go, you fed, and it's good. It's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. We're doing it again tomorrow at my mom's house. I'm going to see how long it takes me. That's the other thing that we came up with the realization of, is that I need to drive a separate vehicle. So then if I need to go home, I can just leave. And it used to be like, I do want to applaud my family because it used to be like, oh, you're a buzzkill. Oh, like you said, Gerald, why are you trying to be different? Why are you trying to ruin everybody's fun? And I'm like, I'm trying to enhance everybody's fun by me leaving. I'll have a lot more fun at home playing video games or reading a book or working on a show than I will sitting here suffering. And y'all would have a lot more fun without me being here, letting you know that I'm suffering. So, I don't know. I do know. A lot of these parties suck. Let's be honest. A lot of these get-togethers, like, I don't need to get there for them. I don't like all of y'all. I don't like you like that. I like my granny, But I don't like all y'all like that. So why are we so here? And if we're going to my in-laws' place, I'll give you like 45 minutes to an hour. And then I got better things to do with my time, like take a nap. And then there are certain places you go to where it's like, as an introvert, you just run out of energy. I'm not allowed to stay home. I wish. You got to make that appearance while your wife is sitting there. My wife will tell me the whole way there, you didn't have to come, And I'm like, I did. And it's not even for her. It's not even that she says I have to go. It's, if I don't go, then everybody's going to sit there and ask her questions about our relationship. Like, what's going on with y'all? Why isn't he here?
Really?
Is everything all right? Yeah.
That's a bunch of nosiness right there.
You think? So, it's like I have to at least go and make an appearance. Otherwise, this might happen. And I guess when I don't make an appearance, the last time I didn't make an appearance, they had a great time. I had a great time. But then the next time I showed up, it was like, oh, I ain't seen you in this many years. Nigga, I missed one appearance. I missed one get-together. And you want to shame somebody about it. Oh, last time I saw you. Who are you? Do I know you? Oh, yeah, I ain't seen you in forever. I didn't come to Thanksgiving. Shut up. So, that sort of thing happens a lot. Drama. If there's no drama, drama must be made. Somebody's going to create it. And the easiest drama to create is, why isn't your significant other here? Do they not like us? What exactly is going on? And it sucks.
Word. Corbin?
Hey, Corbin. What you think?
Hi. How are you? I'm generally the guy. My wife is the partier. I used to be years ago, but at this point, they know I have a 2-hour max. So I come in, I'm gracious, I'm gregarious, I'm very into the conversation. We talk, I have drinks, and about 2 or 3 hours later, I'm like, okay, guys, I'll see you. Thank you for inviting me. I shake my hands. I tell my wife I'll see her when she gets home, and I just come home. That's going to be tested this New Year's because we have a New Year's party that I've been invited to through her, and New Year's is way past my gregariousness time. I'm normally home by 9:30. This is starting at 7, and I have to be there till midnight. So I'm going to be at least moving around a little bit. So I don't know.
Two-car family. Take 2 cars.
Well, yeah, we're going to take 2 cars, but still. Or we'll just Uber, one of the two.
Come up with an escape word.
I think I can make it because like I said, my issue, it's not enough people for it to get loud enough for me to leave, but I do know what you mean because I've been in that situation. But as far as, the 7 people that are going to be there, I could probably wait it out. I think I did this 2 years ago and I was okay, but yeah, that was really it. If we take 2 cars, I'll be too tempted to leave earlier. That's the only reason. It's like, oh, it's 7. We just got here, 7:30. Well, y'all, thank y'all, and I'm gonna go back home.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the crazy thing about it is that, not the crazy thing, but the thing that they see, that they're like, oh, you're just don't want to be here around us, is that they'll see me having a great time playing dominoes, playing spades, talking to some cousins that I ain't seen in a long time, talk about movies or video games, whatever it may be. And then I turn around and I look like Kanye on that one meme where Kanye's smiling for a second, then they turn in that same face, their whole smile just leaves. Because it's like, it takes a lot of energy for me to have these great conversations, to be the life of the party for when I want to be. When I don't want to be, I can't. And I can't even fake you with it. I can't even try and make you think that I want to do it. And they're like, well, you were happy with these folks. Why aren't you happy over here with us? You're not a domino table. You're not spades. Like, I can talk trash. Even in my worst days, I'll talk trash through a game of spades like nobody's business. Like, you wouldn't even know. But just sitting there listening to y'all talk about work and Christmas presents and babies and how so-and-so's doing, I don't care. I'm not here for this.
Mm-hmm.
I got better things to do than listen to somebody whose life I really don't care about. I don't. And I don't mean to make that sound like it's mean or anything like that. It just, I don't see you but once a year. Maybe twice. Therefore, I'm not invested enough in your life to care about your day-to-day. Like, tell me about the top-notch things that have happened in your life. Tell me something magnificent that happened to you this year. I'll listen to that. I don't want to hear about how your job's going, because I wouldn't want you to have to listen to me talk about my job. Hey, Corbin, yesterday at work, my coworker just kept on, like, asking me why I didn't turn this document. And I'm like, well, I just need some more time to get it done. If you just back up off me, I'm already cashed out. I'm already out. I don't care. I don't. And I think that everybody gets there and they get into this party atmosphere and they run out of things to talk about. And so they are scared to leave. They're scared to be different.
So you're the icebreaker.
The other way around though.
Yeah,
the departure icebreaker.
Yeah, I'm leaving first, so after you leave, because I feel way more comfortable if somebody else leaves before I do.
My kids set the mold. Yesterday they rode up there with us. My eldest daughter drove her own car and met us there. Our three youngest rode out to this party with us, sat down and ate. My eldest daughter sat there for another 30 minutes. And then said, you know what? One of the best things about having your own car is you can leave. And she was like, I'm out. And my other daughter was like, can I come with you? And she was like, yep, I'll drop you off. And then I told the boys, hey, your sister's leaving. If y'all want to go, now's the time. And they both popped up and left. Young kids will do that. Young kids will be like, I'm up and out. Older folks are like, I don't want to be the first one to do it. I don't want people looking at you. My kids are like, I got better things to do.
What's crazy, though, is that as soon as that first person does leave, that's the end of the party. Like, everybody else is like, oh, well, I guess we're getting on out. And then next thing you know, it's one person left at the house. Like, it's like everybody is waiting for that one person to get up and go. And then they're all just like.
And that one person left does not want to leave. That one's not realizing everybody else is gone. They still turned up.
That's wild. So that's the great thing, though, about being an introvert who found an introvert. So you was talking about New Year's, December 31st, 2005. I was in my apartment on MySpace, because it was a thing at that point, scrolling through profiles, and I seen a picture of this girl who had a snake around her neck that was albino Burmese python, much like the one that I had as a pet when I was in college. And I said, girl who's not afraid of snakes. She looks cool. I'm going to send her a message. And that was the first time I spoke to my wife. She was sitting at home doing nothing on New Year's Eve, too. Guess what we don't do? We don't go out on New Year's Eve. We ain't going to no parties. We sit at the house and we be in the bed knocked out long before the ball drops. Like, that is one glorious thing about both of us not liking humans at all. Like, neither one of us is really ever dragging the other one out to a party or to a place or to a thing, because we would both rather not be there. So it's good. It's all right. This year we'll definitely be sitting at the house. So my mom and my oldest son are up here right now. So my mom is out with the kids, taking them to go see a movie. My son went to go hang out with his buddy. And then me and him are going to the gym because he's been bugging the hell out of me to go play basketball, because he's 17 now. So he almost my height, and he's in shape, and I'm old and fat, and he think it's his time. Maybe it is. I know we had this conversation before, right? So he's bugging me to go to the gym, play ball. But then when they leave, her parents are coming up here around New Year's, and we just going to sit at the house. And it's like, it's great when most of the people around you are also very introverted, because you don't have to go people.
Yeah, that sounds like magic.
Yeah, we don't like peopling very much.
Yeah, my kids don't. My wife do.
Yeah, my wife loves peopling too, which is what I kind of got to do here right now.
My wife will make a new friend in the bathroom at an amusement park. They'll walk out talking about kids. Like, how does that happen while you tell our kids not to talk to strangers? You finding new friends in the bathroom. You find friends coming out of church. Like, how does this happen? Why does this work like this? We tell our kids not to talk to strangers. They watch you talk to all the strangers. Like, you want to start up a doo-wop band with this person that you just met sitting outside of our kid's school one day, waiting for pickup time. How's that happen? How's that happen?
I don't know. So I'm gonna excuse Corbin real quick because I feel like he's getting pushed or pulled out the door. Is this the truth?
Yeah, I'm gonna blink twice because it's true.
Point out on your face where she just punched you at.
Nowhere yet, but it's probably gonna be right in my neck here in a second. But I'll holler at you guys later.
Merry Christmas, Corbin.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Gerald, get out. Be more people. Eat.
You know what? You enjoy your winter solstice holiday, sir. With your
I did on the 21st. Yes, I did. Yeah. The shortest day. That means every day gets longer. I get more light. That's all. I'm happy.
And in about 3 years, when they talking about Jesus down on the cross, you just remember, no, it's the spring solstice. That's another pagan holiday.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I read.
I'm just saying, enjoy it.
I'm not attached.
Go slaughter a lamb. Something.
Oh, wow. No, I ain't doing that. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Too.
Things. What were we saying? What were you saying?
I was just talking about still talking about expectations for holidays and how we need to be more like our kids. Our kids are like, yo, I don't even deal with people because I have all this technology. I don't need to be here to see you. I can see you on FaceTime.
True.
So if we set that up and have it to where we're more like, I can just talk to you when I want to, I think that'll change everything. I think that's...
Well, that part of it doesn't get me as much as what you were talking about before, the money part of it, the going into debt because of trying to make sure that your Christmas tree is hidden in a room full of presents and stuff. Like, that part of all of this makes no sense to me. Mm-hmm. And I think when maybe a couple years into being married, we had a year where it literally was that, like, you could do a panoramic picture of the whole room and it was just presents everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from the money part of it, it was just like, I could take you right now if I could travel with this camera and I could walk you to the garage and to all of the bins that have all of the toys that are out in storage that probably got played with once from those years. And we just quit doing it. It's like something you want, something you need, something to wear, something to read. Those are the four things, right? Want, need, wear, read. Those are the four things you get for Christmas. And most of it ends up being educational stuff, reading stuff. And it's fine. Nobody complains about anything. And our bank account thanks us for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there.
And things. What other things have been going on, sir? Outside
Nothing
of that?
at all. How about you? Nothing at all. Actually, I have been talking with other folks. You know, now's the time of the year where even folks with just seasonal depression, this is where it hits them hardest. So I've been talking with folks throughout the month just about how they're doing and just making sure that they're okay. Because there's a lot of folks who will just say that they're having a bad month and it'll really just be depression and they don't know. And so they don't have anybody to talk to because they're still trying to walk through it. My mindset is that somewhere right now, somebody's going through depression for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I may not be the roadmap, but I can definitely be the GPS for that day. Like, yo, how's your day going? Well, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling this. Well, I feel that. I'm here with you. Like, what are we doing right now?
So you're a superhero.
Not even close.
Of course you are. You literally just said somewhere out there every day somebody new is experiencing depression. And you try to go out and find that person and help them walk down that road so they are not alone. That's what a superhero does. You're kick-ass.
Oh, you know what's funny is as you were saying those words somewhere out there, I immediately started thinking about Fievel. But it's I don't take credit. We talked about this before, so I'm still working on that. But no, I just we know what it's like to be there, and you don't want to be there. So, best way for me, to help others is be there. People on Facebook, like, they'll be like, yo, I'm feeling down today, and everybody will be like, get your ass up and go to the gym. And I'll be like, yo, what exactly, if anything, can you point out as a thing that led to this, the cause of this? Like, what exactly has your week been like? Things of that nature. And I don't even know if I'm doing it right. I'm not a therapist. I'm not anything. I'm just somebody who will listen. So, how about you?
Busy as always, man. I don't take days off. So, I finished that thing I was working on for work.
Mm-hmm.
It went better than I ever could have imagined. And so now I've turned and now I'm focused on my work, and I've got some pretty cool things that are shaping up. So
may I say they're dope?
They are dope. Yes. Oh, question. I have a question.
I did get it. I got the email.
Okay. Was the link that was in it live, or did you have to copy it and paste it?
I had to copy and paste it.
Okay. I have to fix that. See, these are information things I need. All right. So, but yeah, so that's going on, and I'm really excited about 2019. So it's just a matter of I feel like I fulfilled all the obligations that I had to fulfill for this company. I still work for them, but they get 8 hours. The other rest of the time is mine.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm really focused on this 2019 program, and it is going to be dope. So I am between hanging out with the family and everything, I'm getting everything knocked out over this next week or so. 2019 is going to hit. It's going to knock. It's going to beat.
It's going to slap.
It's going to slap. Whatever the words are for the 12s in the trunk with the amp, it's going to do that. That's what my 2019 is going to do.
And so what exactly would you like 2019 to be for you as far as Unburdened, Buy Black, and, well, I already know how you want Dope Business to be, but those two.
Well, so I'm looking at completely retooling the Buy Black podcast and focusing it around me, or starting a new podcast and making Buy Black a monthly thing. Mm-hmm. With Unburdened, I'm happy to have a place where I can come and I can hang out with other black men and just talk, because Omaha. So yeah, so there's that. I'm not really looking for anything from Unburdened. I look to give to this platform whenever we get together, and I'll take, because you guys are constantly giving stuff. So to me, this is just kind of, friend therapy. But
Omaha. When you say Omaha, I just hear not Lincoln. Like, the only thing I know from Omaha is not Lincoln, and also steak. Y'all better have good steak out there, because they have a company called Omaha Steaks.
Yeah, apparently it's corn-fed steak is supposed to be so good, but then Texas is like, no, grass-fed steak and blah. I don't know. I really don't care. I don't eat a lot of beef anymore, so. But they apparently do have good steaks here. It is. But no, that's it. Like, 2019, I really just, I want to keep giving to you guys, and I want to get free from corporate world. So by 2020, like, I'm literally not working for anybody other than me. That's the goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I would like to. I don't even have goals. Honestly, I just want to make it. I just want to make it better than it was this year, and I just want to make it. I need to make goals, but then when I don't reach the goals, it really messes me up.
Do you really need to make goals though?
Do I? No, I don't think I do. You know what my goal is? Honestly, I want to beat 3 video games this year, like Kingdom Hearts. I want to beat Dead Cells, and I want to beat the new, not the new, but the expansion of Horizon Zero Dawn, The Frozen Wilds. That's what I want to do. I want to beat video games. I want to watch movies. I want to enjoy myself, and I want my AAU team to be competitive. Those are the things I want.
That's the only thing that matters in 2019, then. Do those things.
Oh, and you know, the good parent husband thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a given. You don't really have an option on that one. Like that's just what it is. But no, I mean, I feel like just personally, I feel like, you know, when you get out of this whole thing where the world is telling you, you have to love Christmas, you have to spend, 3 months worth of your salary on Christmas presents. So maybe that's the engagement ring. I don't know. Maybe they're both, right? And you stop feeling like, oh, it's a new year coming, and so somebody's telling me I got to set goals, and what are my goals, and what happens if I don't reach my goals? When you just let all that stuff go and say, you know what, I'm going to be a good father, I'm going to be a good husband, and I'm going to play video games and beat them in 2019, I feel like
that's how you get unburdened. My man! So, again, for those of y'all who are listening, thank you so much. We hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a lovely New Year. Obviously, we want to have your thoughts. So if you will give us a call, telephone number is 916-572-9016. Email is blackinunburdened@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at unburdenedpod. And you can hit us up on Facebook. The Unburdened, just type in Unburdened, and the podcast should come up. Gerald is currently still available with Buy Black Podcast. You can find him on Twitter at GWJonesII. You can also find Buy Black Podcast at Buy Black Podcast, correct?
Correct. And it will always be there. It's still going to be a thing, but just going to do some retooling. Because as my coach told me, if you don't start working the platforms that you built for yourself, then you're going to spend your entire life working for other people. So I gotta start, gotta center myself on it, gotta put my face on things, gotta do new things. But it's going to be there. Buy Black Podcast is not going anywhere.
And Corbin is available on Twitter at Life of Corbin? State of Corbin.
State of Corbin.
State of Corbin.
Yep.
My beloved wife with the assist right there, being Mike Conley on the dish. And you can check him out on YouTube. Again, the State of Corbin. That is his vlog. He has wonderful stuff, including him and his hipster wife drinking hipster beer in hipster restaurants. And that's my dude. Love him to pieces. And you can check out Single Simulcast. The latest episode just came out this past Friday. You can check out The Dream Team. Latest episode just came out today. You can check out Storytellers. Latest episode came out a long time ago, but there's more that are being produced. That one takes a while to get done. And you can follow me on Twitter at Rashani, RASHANII. That's about it. We just want y'all to be the best folks you can be. And we're all better for it. Be good, be aware, be open, be honest. We're out. Peace. You can follow the show at Unburdened Pod on Twitter. Voicemail is 572-9016. Email is blackinunburdened@gmail.com.